Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
The
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
So I bet you guys were expecting Max. I just got off dude, he ain't even woken up yet. So anyways, you got me for the time being. Maybe I'll try to wake him up again. I don't know, but I figured, what the hell? Let's fire this off. Let's have a good day. Let's see here. That guy. Let's be real. The Daily Wire is probably never going to have that level of quality that Hollywood has. I have no doubt that this movie will do poorly. And I don't look at that as the point. Let's see here. That's why I decided, you know what? I wasn't going to come on because I really don't like doing the whole Geeks and Gamers bullshit. But I figured I'd come on to provide a little bit of pushback when it comes to judging this film, because one of the things that we kind of talk about on here on the panels is, if instead of hating, get out there and create, and you have to at least give the Daily Wire some props for making their own movies and doing their own thing. Even if you don't like their politics, you could still appreciate the fact that they're trying to put something out there. I haven't put anything out there, so I really can't complain or talk too much shit about it. But that being said, I can talk about narratives and biases and all that good stuff, especially when it comes to, Rotten Tomatoes and why we put stock in it and why we don't. Let's see here. And I'm sure people will disagree with me. So there's that as well. 25 people, smash that like button. Share it out. If you have the link, come on in. Sounds good. But either way, let's see here. I don't want to get into like political freaking arguments tonight, but it's just one of those things that could happen. Let's see here. No, I think the reason why people aren't reviewing it is because, here, I'll just bring that shit up real quick. Sorry, Max is a little more streamlined than I am. And if you came here to watch me crap on the Menace, that's not why I'm here tonight. So we have the Geeks and Gamers review, which is glowing, by the way. If you actually did this about Star Wars or something, people wouldn't have any issues. Let's see here. So yeah, no. Anyways, 250 plus ratings, 89% audience score. Cool. It is 0 because there's only been one review. And I imagine that one review is probably like hating on it hard. Kiss my ass, Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, fine. Screw you too. Anyways, we're not going to read it because I ain't paying for Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, damn it. Ad block. All right, well, screw you too then. We'll have to wait for Max. If he wakes up. I called him twice. So that is stupid. But anyways, you have to think people, it's just to use the parlance of our times. Everything's what's going on, everybody? Sorry, everyone. Yep. Hey, Daryl, what's up? Dabway, Christopher Barker. Everybody's here. That's awesome. Yeah, smash that damn like button, y'all. And yeah. And the cool thing is that I'll mute myself, but you can watch me try to call Max and see if he'll actually wake up and get on here. But anywho, I probably don't want to sit here and listen to me mouth breathe for a minute too. So let's put put some tunes on. I hate these pre-generated crap, but it is what it is. Okay, there we go. The live stream, guys. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's a positive review. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, dude, some Hallmark movies aren't bad. Yeah. What the hell? Like I said, I need to work on breathing through my nose. But as you can hear, I'm a little sinusy at the moment. Dude, 39 people looking at my ugly mug. Smash that like button. Tell some friends. Yeah, he's not here right now. He's still sleeping. Or he still hasn't woken up yet. But I figured, what the hell? Might as well. The show must go on, right? Something along those lines. Add to the stream. But anyways, this is the Geeks and Gamers review of Terror on the Prairie 2022. The return of Gina Carano has come. And her redemption is at hand. Uh-oh. Her redemption. Yeah, the Daily Wire's fourth most ambitious film, Terror on the Prairie, was released to the Daily Wire streaming service to stand in stark opposition to politically infused and motivated Hollywood output. This film does not have any pretenses or grandeur, nor does it attempt to make it more than what it is. It is simply a compelling story, harkening back to an era where Westerns dominated cinema, and authors like Louis L'Amour ruled the publishing houses. Terror on the Prairie strives to entertain and tell a good story through a visceral, violent, and morally gray and dangerous West. Similar to much of L'Amour's iconic work, Terror on the Prairie focuses on new characters in dangerous environments with no overarching commentary or on the world, nor higher stakes than the characters involved. Much like Ride the River, Jubal Sackett, and Lonesome Gods, Terror on the Prairie is just a few people trying their best in a complicated, changing world. Okay, well, that seems pretty straightforward, I guess. Yeah, sorry, Antonio. It is what it is. Right? That's right. Honestly, you get more people watching this than the other. And then like half of them are like, oh, fuck, Mac's not even here. It's just some dude. Oh, yeah, whatever. If I'm even there still. Okay. Anywho, fine. We'll stop the bleeding. Give me a second. I'll try one more time. What? Tony, freaking. Oh, there you go. There's that. Hey, Devin, what's up, man?
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. I'm still trying to wake Max up, but it is what it is. I figured I just started up anyways because, people are waiting. So
I just finished up a 3-hour stream on my channel and decided I'd pop in here. And see what this whole Terror on the Prairie thing is all about.
It seems kind of like a Western, but it's just the people who made it and the person that's in it is what's causing controversy. So it's like, for me, it's like I'm just trying to separate that from it.
Yeah, like I don't have the most positive opinions on the Daily Wire.
No,
and I'm generally indifferent on Gina Carano. Like, personally, I don't think they should have fired her from Star Wars. I wouldn't care if they brought her back. I don't care that she's gone. I'm just generally indifferent on that whole thing. But I'm kind of curious. Is there a trailer? Do we know if there's like a trailer for this or not?
There is, but I don't know if we'll get in trouble for it.
Right.
I'm sure we probably will. But no, I mean, I respect them for the fact that they're making content.
Yeah.
That's why I'm respecting it. I might not agree with it, but at the end of the day, it's a good thing that they're putting content out in the world for people to watch.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It might actually be cool. So
yeah, I mean,
you just
it's
never
been
know.
a while since I've watched a Western, Gosh darn. I mean, this review is going to be a glowing review, and the main topic is that it's got a 0% Rotten Tomatoes because only one person's reviewed it.
Yeah, that means nothing.
and I honestly feel like there's a lot of people that won't review it for a couple of reasons. That one, they don't have the Daily Wire, and two, they have a bias against the Daily Wire, and that tends to show in reviews. So it's like, I don't know. I'll have to watch this myself, but I'm not going to get the Daily Wire, so
No,
probably not.
I'm not going to go out of my way to watch this movie, but like if I happen to stumble upon it and not have to pay anything for it, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I mean, it is cool. Like you mentioned it earlier. Like it's easy to shit on people's work and not put everything out yourself.
Sorry to interrupt you, Devin. I just started.
No, you're good. You're good.
I just started your show, buddy. You're good. We'll see you in a few. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, bud.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
I wasn't expecting an answer.
Yeah, it's cool though. Like when you actually do get to put out your own stuff, and I like when more voices are trying to like express their art in their own weird way, even if it is somebody that I don't necessarily agree with politically. I mean, because whether people believe it or not, there are a lot of conservative people in Hollywood that make movies, that star in movies. Like it's more than what you might be led on to believe whenever you hear people talk about liberal Hollywood and all of this. Like, no, Hollywood is largely conservative. It's just whether it's center right conservative or far right conservative or center left, sort of like a conservative-ish kind of liberal, which is where I think a lot of Hollywood resides, because I mean, honestly, that's just driven by money, and money kind of dictates a lot of where you are in that political strata. But I mean, it's still like there's still awesome actors. There's still great talent. They could still put out like really cool stuff, and I'm never gonna say no to that if it's cool.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I've like, people have issues with like Scientology and stuff like that. So like you'll see in like a movie based on an L. Ron Hubbard book or something like that, be like, oh no, I'm not going to watch Battlefield Earth.
Well, that might be a bad example.
It was the only one I could think of. But
why am I so blue? I have lights on. I have my blue ring light. I'm always blue, and I'm just also wearing a blue shirt with a blue hat, so it's super blue today.
Super blue.
We're going blue, folks.
That's right. I don't have my color LEDs anymore, so I'm like, damn it, I can't do the different shades anymore. So just me now.
I am the anti-Ashley, where she's in all red, I am all blue.
There you go. You got a little bit of like light side, dark side going on there,
It's my blue lightsaber.
That's right. I mean, dude, I thoroughly enjoyed this week's episode of Kenobi.
I did too. I thought it was awesome. I was reading a lot of people who, were nitpicking some elements of like the story and how, I guess, contrived some elements kind of seemed. And I thought to myself, yeah, I could probably nitpick this to death if I really wanted to, but I don't want to because I liked it. I thought it was awesome.
I had fun. I just sat back, relaxed, and then I went into this show with like no expectations at all. It was just like, dude, I wasn't looking forward to it. I thought, oh, come on, I don't want to see Darth Vader and Anakin fight, or Anakin and Obi fight again. But every time I've seen it, every interaction, like even the training sequence that we watched that kind of played out throughout the episode, and we got to see it from both perspectives and why they're both looking back at that. And I'm just like, God dang it, this is actually something good that people can be like, wow, this is some writing. And they're like, no, it's terrible writing, man. It's like, what? Like, dude, I just sat back and enjoyed myself for 45 minutes. That's really hard these days. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I from the very start, like it starts off showing you an unaged Hayden Christensen, which or not a non-DH Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, kind of like barely DH. I think they took his chin out a little bit.
Yeah,
that was it.
But I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh. Yeah. And it was cool. It was cool to see them kind of their saber fight was actually kind of like, there were parts of it that was literally a replication of their fight in Revenge of the Sith, like the same moves and all of that. It was cool to see that part, and it was cool to see how they played off of how Anakin's mindset is versus Obi-Wan's mindset, their philosophical sort of beliefs and how to, handle an opponent, and then see how that plays out after, you see how they discuss it before when they're both on ostensibly the same side, and you see how that kind of unfolds when they're actually like going at each other for real. And it was kind of cool to watch, in addition to all the other stuff that went on around it. And, you had some really cool action sequences. You had a really awesome another really awesome Darth Vader fight moment where you really got a sense of, oh, okay, this guy is a legitimate badass. I always had a sense that Vader's a badass. I never really understood how awesome Vader actually was until Rogue One. In that Rogue One scene, I was like, oh shit, this guy is a fucking menace.
But then he didn't even take his lightsaber out. Dude.
No.
He stopped her with the Force every single time, took it from her, broke it in half, and said, come on.
Yeah, it took one half of her, it gave her the other half, beat her ass, took her other saber back from her, like
got her the Dooku.
Yeah, it was intense. It was like, oh, okay, so I think a lot of people
ship just like pulling it down, and then ripping the doors out.
Terrifying. Yeah. But it was awesome to see. Like, it was like, okay, I really now have like a full understanding of exactly what Vader is. And I saw, I think somewhere on Twitter, that the season finale is going to be like an hour and 30 minutes or something like that. And it's like, okay, this is going to be like a feature length ending here. And we might end up with getting a sense of what Obi-Wan actually is, because the show's called Obi-Wan. So
true. And we've gotten a little bit of it, but not as much as, I mean, I can understand that part. I can almost feel the I'm not going to say bait and switch, because I think that's a little too much.
Yeah.
But I do feel like we are getting a little more of supplemental characters than the two that it's supposed to be centered around, which, dude, I think at this point in time, I'm okay with it, because what we've gotten from like Reva, I like her revenge arc. I mean, everybody's like talking crap about it. I'm like, no, dude, she basically got stabbed twice in the same damn spot by the same damn person. So it was like, no, how do you get burned like that twice, dude, and then get back up and try to do it a third time now that he's got kids?
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see what actually she plans to do with Luke and all of that. But yeah, I think everybody generally assumed that Reva was one of the younglings, and that I don't know if they thought that she would be on a revenge arc, but they kind of guessed that that's where she came from. It was interesting to see all the juxtaposition, and you saw Hayden Christensen in that Sith robe walking. Like, it was that was awesome to see. I liked seeing that, because it was like, oh man, this is Revenge of the Sith. This is where the turn happens. This is like one of the pivotal moments of Order 66, and
peak prequel right here, like
peak prequel, yes. Like the best part of the prequels too, and it's like, okay, this is awesome to see, and I think it actually informed her character really, really well. I fully understood why she is so oppositional to all of the other Sith Inquisitors around her, more so than the others, because she's not one of them. She isn't one of them, and I don't know if anyone picked up on it in episode 4. Everyone spent a lot of time trashing episode 4. But there was a scene in that episode where Princess Leia is strapped to the bed and she's about to be tortured and whatnot, and Reva is trying to get her to speak, but like she's not. So you could see on Reva's face, you could see right before the spy comes up behind her how conflicted she is. Like, she doesn't want to do this. Like, she's actually struggling to torture Leia. Like, she has the same struggle in her that Kylo Ren and all these other dark side people who end up flipping have in them, and it was always kind of seeded in her character throughout those episodes. And you kind of saw it in this one too. Like, she's fucked up. She's dark side for sure, but she's not a lost cause. And I think that's what, like, the whole Obi-Wan scene where they're talking to each other at the door, I mean, it was just so. This episode was full of so many awesome sequences, so many awesome scenes and moments, and so many great character building moments that, like, I don't care about nitpicking any part of it. Like,
Yeah,
I could, but I don't want to.
No, and honestly, nitpicking movies and TV shows is why I'm starting to not like movies and TV shows, because it's like, dude, all we do is sit here and nitpick crap. Good morning, Sunshine.
Hey,
Hey, thanks, Brian and Devin, for holding down the fort. I appreciate it. Wow, we got 46 people watching.
Smash that
Okay.
like button. Get it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I crashed after work, and then I'm still have got like poison ivy all over my legs and stuff, and I was just like in bed,
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
I was just from doing yard work. I don't know what. Bad case this year. I haven't had it this bad in a long time.
You have poison ivy in your yard?
I guess. So I was doing weeds in the back. I don't know if it's poison ivy or whatever, something else. It's bad.
Damn.
But you see my thumbnail. I was listen, I don't want Gina to fail.
I wasn't gonna come on because I don't like
I
that.
was like, wow, Brian's doing,
But I
I'm
was
not
like, you know
mocking
what?
her.
I'm gonna push back against what most people would come on here to do, and that's just to crap all over the movie, because that's what we did
No,
when Gina
I'm not
Carano
crap-
signed
I'm
with
not
Daily Wire in the
crapping.
first place.
No,
So I was
but
like, whatever movie she makes is gonna be trash. It's gonna be stupid.
No,
I didn't say that. I was
no.
like, dude, good for her. Whatever. But like,
Yeah. You know, I make statements there. This is what they do to the, people on the other team. I don't want her to fail. And I just avoided context like they do when they make arguments like, oh, the Rotten Tomatoes is horrible. Let's laugh at the lefties in Hollywood failing. Oh my God. No, there's 0% Rotten Tomatoes for a reason. I think there is like a boycott of reviewing this film for two reasons. One, it's outside of Hollywood, and the other reason is it's Daily Wire. And there's probably people not in it that might not have a SAG card, I guess, as well.
it's a political bias. I mean, that's what I'm seeing out of it.
Yeah, but I would love it actually if the John Campias or anyone reviewed this movie. I would love it if more people reviewed this movie.
Yeah.
Did you see the Rotten Tomatoes? Did you bring it up?
I did, but I don't like it. Kept like, oh, do you want to see more ads? I'm like, hell with you, man.
Oh no! Oh, you have to click on it 3 times.
No.
But I could bring that up here.
Here, let me.
But as far I wasn't lying. There's nothing. Well, actually, there's one review now.
There's one review, but like honestly, dude, people don't have the Daily Wire. They're not going to step out of their way to get the Daily Wire. Most reviewers aren't going to do that. So I don't know.
Well, I think like, listen, I'm not a fan of Ben Shapiro, but you would think that they would try to reach out to other people outside of the geeks and grifters because
we don't know if they sent like review copies out to other places or not. I mean, it's just as likely that they just didn't, because that costs money. And the negative word of mouth that they can generate from this, from, positing the idea that there's some kind of a conspiracy of bias against it or whatever, is just as valuable advertising as, paying to send out copies to assumedly be met with hostile reviews if they really think that, the liberal media is going to be a set against them. It's like, if we're damned if we do, we damned if we don't, we may as well.
This is actually, I applaud this. This is everything, instead of like doing, those that can't do hate. This is actually putting something out there. And I'm like, okay. I actually looked into, how much does this cost? I just really have an issue subscribing to the Daily Wire just to see one movie. I would rather rent it, because it says like $9 for a movie, and then it says, you get a Leftist Tears tumbler. I'm like, God,
they can't book a theater for this. Like, they can't get distributing. Like, why don't they put this in a theater? Like,
it looks like a cool Western. You don't get a lot of cool Westerns in Hollywood right now. Like,
it's kind of a forgotten genre, honestly.
Yeah, but it's like $9 discount with the terror discount code.
Theater space is costly. Like, I know that the Daily Wire, in and of itself is very well funded, but I don't know how they separate that out from like whatever weird movie division they're trying to create with this, and if they can use that kind of money to put this in theaters the way that a normal Hollywood production would. They could just be testing the waters with this movie, and if the reception is good, then they'll expand on their second and third movie if it goes to that.
Well, I mean, I think like putting this movie in the theaters and if it is a good movie, getting people to see it, more eyes on it would be a better idea. And it would have subscriptions, wouldn't it? Like hell, this movie's pretty good, or get it on another platform. Like if we could watch it on Vudu for $2.99 or something, like I wouldn't mind dropping a couple bucks to watch it. I mean, just so I can understand the context before we go into stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna reach out to Ben Shapiro and say, "Are you doing any press reviews?" I'm gonna reach out to. No, let me see here.
Yeah, I can't really find any information. Like it seems like it's not in any theaters anywhere, and it's only streaming on Daily Wire. It seems like it just seems like they're treating it almost like a vanity project.
Oh no, you can't even never forget it. I was actually looking into get it once a month, and yeah, there's 0 there. There's 1 review, so I think it has to have at least 2 to give it aggregate. 1 review. Chris Toad.
It's always time to vape, but Dreadnought.
Gina Carrado, Nick Searcy, add. Oh, I thought it said add grift. Add grit, gravitas to relentless indie floor. Okay, but here's the issue. I went to just see if I could just do just watch it once, do 1 month and cancel. And you can't. You have to, it's $9 billed annually. So they're going to charge you 12 times 9.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
$9 billed annually.
$9 a month billed annually. So when they bill annually, they do the whole year at once. To see this movie. No way. That's ridiculous.
That's an expensive movie.
That's a very expensive movie.
No way. I would even do probably $9 if I could cancel then at the end of the month. I'm not paying a whole year's worth.
I guess it would be 2 movies, because it would be this, and then it would be that "What Is a Woman" documentary.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. That's where the money is. But here's what you get. Watch feature film shows and documentaries. Hold on, is Eddie coming in? And yeah, shout out to Eddie Diaz. He's the one that's there. I also the other movies in there: Run, Hide, Fight, Shut In. It's all
Run, Hide, Fight. That sounds familiar.
These are all Daily Wire stuffs with women leads. It's like this is like what they complain about in Hollywood. I'm like, okay. It's got to. Is it different though? I guess. But here's what you get,
because it's the team. It's the team that's making the moves, man.
Yeah. Watch feature films, shows, and documentaries. Read exclusive op-eds and commentary. Unlock Apple TV, Roku, mobile apps. Shop with up to 10% off savings. Get your own iconic leftist tears tumbler. I don't know why people want to drink each other's tears.
I mean, is it bigger than the one I have? What size is that? Like I could hold my hand covering the logo while I'm sipping it or something. I mean, coffee cup's a coffee cup. Yeah.
I don't want to drink anyone's tears. Eddie was here, but I don't know what happened.
His camera wasn't turning on, so he probably has to redo
it. I know.
Oh man, no, that's pretty swanky, dude. I mean, what the hell? That in a movie? Come on now, $100 or sorry, $120.
$120 to watch Gina Carano's movie.
That's a bit steep. It's a bit.
Well, you mean you get all the political agenda stuff.
Just saying, if you wanted to get more eyes on it, you know.
I think Joe Rogan has a show on there now too. I don't know. Look at all this stuff here. Joe Rogan Sunday special.
No, that's just the Ben Shapiro Sunday special with him. Do they have the? Oh god, dang it! No, I'm good. The Jordan Peterson hour.
Get the truth.
You can listen to that on AM radio for you.
What a nightmare lineup of deplorable human beings.
Well, they should get Gina Carano to have a show too. I would.
What? Candace Owens has her show on there now? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That's a lot of I'm talking about this is not agenda-free stuff. This is what I'm
Walsh.
like, okay.
They have an indie superhero comedy show called The Hyperions.
What?
Yeah, on the Daily Wire, there's a show called The Hyperions. I'm looking at this Deadline article.
Okay.
Saying the Daily Wire buys indie superhero comedy The Hyperion, starring Carrie Elwes.
Oh, nice. It's been a while.
So, you could see what that's all about.
They should at least get like Ethan Van Sciver and bring like Cyber Frog animated series or something. I don't know. Do something.
I used to like that comic a lot, Cyber Frog.
Oh, you did?
Way back when middle school.
Whoa, Devin! He made it again. Do you know that?
No, I haven't paid attention to any of that.
Oh, but, you don't know about Ethan Van Sciver? Wow!
Oh, good old comics day.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know. I heard there was some dust up, and I was like, I'm not gonna ruin my childhood. I'm not gonna ruin my childhood because
we found an OG Cyberfrog fan that doesn't know about Ethan.
That doesn't know any of that stuff. No.
And you were a fan.
I was, yeah. I used to draw it in the margins of my notebook.
You used to draw Cyberfrog.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my dear Lord. This is funny.
Again, that was like 1996 or something, 1995, 96. Like whatever he's been up to since, I'm unaware.
Well, he's been up to some stuff, that's for sure. Hey Eddie, how's it going?
What's up?
Thanks for the heads up on your channel. You made me think about all the futurist female products the Daily Wire is providing. Powerful women. Did you know? I'm helping you out. You can make a video too. The 0% Rotten Tomato.
We did.
Oh, you did already. Did you do it before you saw my video title or no?
No, I saw it. I might as well. I was like, I might as well since you took my idea about the Daily Wires. I was like, I might as well.
I actually kind of want to watch Jeremy's review of the movie just to see. Oh, you don't want to see Devin?
Is it necessary to do that? I don't know if it's necessary to do that.
I want to see how he handles a review that he's obviously got a bias for. I don't know. We could watch someone else's review. There's not many reviews of it online.
I saw a little bit of it. He actually did have some criticisms, but it's like
okay, that's what I want to see if he's being fair. I think he's capable of that. We could do other topics too, but I was interested to see not the whole thing. Again, we could do stuff without watching do an hour of it. I just want to see what he says at the beginning.
Sure.
All right, so let's bring that up and see if we have other topics. I am actually kind of excited that someone's challenging the status quo of Hollywood, even though I don't really have the issues they do. I would like competition's not a bad thing. It's just there's not enough there for me to say, okay, I can. I
don't know how this challenges Hollywood though.
It could if they had different.
But indie films are made outside of Hollywood all the time.
Well, aren't they still within SAG and everything? Don't they have to, don't they have to have all the SAG cards and be still within the industry somewhat?
Not necessarily. I mean, it depends on how the production is run. There are Justin could explain this so much better than I could, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Not all the time, not necessarily. But then even if that is like the impetus for challenging Hollywood on that, I would be wildly opposed. I think we need more unions, not less. And
okay,
there's a real problem with non-union productions, being super exploitative of its people. I mean, that's a part of the problem that happened with that that Alec Baldwin situation, where he had a lot of non-union props people handling those weapons, and they weren't properly trained, and what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So
pay $14 and see the movie. Is it 14 for one? I'm not paying 14 for that movie. I don't know. I didn't see that option. No. All right, let's just watch a little bit of this here. Oh, Brian left out.
What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are talking about Terror on the Prairie, the Daily Wire production starring Gina Carano. I am in Nashville with the Geeks and Gamers team. Daily Wire was nice enough to let us come out for the premiere, and it was a really great experience to be there for the premiere and meet so many cool people and have great conversations and just kind of understand what the Daily Wire is doing moving forward, which is absolutely necessary for the future of entertainment, and I love everything they are doing. Now, to get to the movie itself, which is what you're here to experience me talk about, Terror on the Prairie. This movie has some really big positives and some negatives as well, and I'm going to share both of those. But first and foremost, this movie is not pandering to anyone. And when I say it's not pandering to anyone, I don't mean like Hollywood. Now they're always pandering to the left and their nonsense and their identity politics.
Okay.
This movie's not pandering to anyone. They had a story to tell and they went out and told it. It's not there to be family friendly. It's not there to have mass appeal. It's not there to pander to anyone or anything. They simply had a story to tell. They had passion and they told it. And I think that's
Oh, really? Tony, he says the people falling out for the press junket or a deleted scene in the movie. Okay. I mean, I no problems there. I just think there's this imaginary pandering thing that's always the accusation that there's very little substance.
This review for
that
the
helps
movie,
the movie,
Gina
but it
Carano
also
bots.
hurts the movie at times.
What's that, Anthony?
Nah, I said the review for this movie seems like Gina Carano bots.
Oh, on the Rotten. Well, there's no review bombing or anything like that. There's not like people hating on Gina on the Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know. It just seems like people that have Daily Wire want the Rotten Tomatoes. They could freely rate it. I don't think there's any shenanigans there on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Nick Searcy was the standout. The man was fantastic in this movie, and he's really him. Obviously, you have Gina, who's the star of the movie, but you have Nick Searcy, who's kind of on
good in
the
the trailer
side of the story. And
what's up?
That was just a real.
The trailer. I did see the trailer. He was pretty. The lines were pretty intense in the trailer.
I actually haven't watched the trailer.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could. I don't know. Daily Wire is going to strike me. I don't know. We'll see.
Really great dynamic, but Nick Searcy to me was the standout. Gina Carano obviously did a great job as well. This movie was there to tell you a brutal story of misery, and the environment is miserable, and it wants you to feel that misery. And I think that that's a good thing, but also some of the execution, it didn't really help that misery as much as I think that's what they were going for. And I have one particular issue with that. And it's a big issue, even though it will seem like a small issue, it becomes a big issue because of the lack of that. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But ultimately, this is not a family-friendly movie. This is not a mass appeal movie. And I don't think it's going to work for a lot of people. It worked for me. I did like the movie. I enjoyed the movie a lot. And I also appreciate the bigger picture because I think this is the third film released by the Daily Wire. You have Shut In, you have Hyperions, and now you have Terror on the Prairie, this being the most prominent one and the best of the three, in my opinion. And now, obviously, with Gina Carano being involved in this, it's going to bring a new set of eyes to this. But that's what I appreciate. One of the main things I appreciate about this is that they knew that Gina Carano would bring a new set of eyes into this. and they didn't seem to care in terms of pandering or going, oh, well, we have to do this because it's got Gina Carano, and we know we're going to have a lot of people watching for this reason or that reason or whatever reason. They just wanted to tell you a story. I appreciate that so much. Like, you can't imagine how much I appreciate that, because I was thinking that there was going to be some extra kind of sizzle to this and some extra ooh and ah moments. They're not in this movie. This movie was there to tell you a story, and it wasn't there to tell you a story to get you to go on social media and go, oh my God, this is the greatest moment I've ever seen in my life. I appreciate that so much. Now, one of the negatives I have, and it's the biggest negative, is that this movie has no music. None.
What?
What?
Now, again, after discussing with Ryan from RK Outpost, who's also part of Geeks and Gamers, you know, because he said, I didn't even notice it didn't have music until at the very end. There's like a little bit of music that plays, like that's it. And he said, I didn't even notice that. But I said, yeah. I said, that really bothered me. And he says, well, he said, it's meant to like make you feel.
There's, I guess, is if he tries to spin that as intentional, or maybe there's no right-wing composers. I don't know. There are a lot of right-wing composers.
There are plenty of white-wing composers.
Okay.
There's also like library music you can purchase too if you really need something.
Oh, did Brian leave on that? I don't know what happened. Oh, Brian's here.
Oh no, I'm still here.
Anthony.
Dude, my camera's not even working. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
all right, whatever. So I had to bounce
sorry.
out, and then I had to come back in. So.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. No, I'm really thinking about renting it just so I could. Not just because I want.
It depends on the kind of atmosphere they're trying to like.
Yeah.
View like what was that movie? A Quiet Place obviously didn't have any music, if I recall correctly, because it was a Quiet Place. It just most of the movie was just dead silence. And if
there's no music? Oh hell no!
No. Well,
$14 for no music.
Yeah, I just if it can be done, obviously, but it's just like okay. And then he did say that he's one of his pluses is kind of a downside to me. If I'm thinking about Gina Carano, I want some really cool action set pieces, and he's saying that's a plus because they don't try to force it in there because it's Gina Carano or to get a lot of eyes on the film is like a really intense action. But I want that with a good Western. Those are my favorite Westerns with like the really, really intense showdowns. And so I don't know. Music is woke. But yeah, it can work. But do you think that was do you think that was a creative decision or just
it could have been a budgetary decision?
Nobody wanted to work with them.
Like, oh
no.
All right. Well, I'm actually enjoying his review here. It's not too crazy. We might as well finish it. Sorry, Devin, I lied to you.
It's incredibly vague, though. Like it's incredibly vague.
Yeah.
It is a very generic review.
Maybe he's trying. It would be shocking if, and maybe Jeremy's going to be on Rotten Tomatoes reviewer. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Would they accept his application? Who knows?
How dreadful and how terrible this environment is, and how miserable it is. I was like, that makes sense. It is, and it does make sense because you do feel that. But I think it's to the film's detriment because music is important. If you look back on that scene from the ceremony scene at the end of A New Hope, there's clips where people removed the John Williams score. And without the John Williams score, it fundamentally changes the entire feel of that entire scene. And it feels awkward. It feels cringy. And, it makes you understand how important music is. And in this movie, like there's a lot of silence. There's a lot of awkward silence. And I understand what they were going for. But for me, it would have worked so much better if there would have been music, emotional music, maybe haunting music, and not like overkill. I'm not talking like Hans Zimmer.
They don't got the budget
or something like that, but just a little faint music in the.
He should. If you want to be an honest reviewer, I think he's doing a good job here. But did he say he was invited to the premiere at the beginning? I can't remember.
No.
You really should disclose that when reviewing. If
Also, 310 to Yuma is my favorite Western, so I saw that in the chat. Yes.
I remember I saw that in the theater, but I remember the lunch I had afterwards better.
I actually really like the remake of Magnificent Seven too. Recently, that was a good one with Denzel. I know it wasn't amazing, but I think Famuyiwa. Oh, he did say he was invited. Okay, what's that?
You like that movie?
Yeah, it was fun. It has a lot of the actors. Maybe it's because I like the actors and the directors so much. The action was cool. I also like Tombstone.
In the background would have went a long way for helping connect you a little more, I think. Now, overall, I did enjoy the movie. The movie is not made for everyone, and it's not family friendly. It's very much a rated R movie, and it does not shy away from that. There are moments in this movie that are brutal, and they're brutal because they needed to be brutal, not because they were trying to be brutal. Again, I don't want to seem like I'm being overly negative with certain aspects of this, because there's so much that I do appreciate about what they did with this movie. And I think a lot of people are going to see that, because this movie had 100% passion. 100% passion. And when you're not pandering to anyone, that's the best method possible.
Even
when certain aspects,
the whole platform of Daily Wire is pandering to certain people. I'm sorry. Maybe it's I don't know. I
can't make. I have to watch the movie honestly to be able to.
A lot of this pandering stuff is delusional and not really. In my opinion, it's not really there. Yeah, of course there is some Hollywood that's like that, but I mean, casting during it. Oh, Tony wants a link. Okay,
I can send it
Tony.
to really quick.
I mean, I am thinking. I'm kind of excited about it. I don't know. I would totally rent this if it was easily accessible. And
Yeah,
I would pay money. I'm not going
movie,
to pirate it. I thought about doing real clickbait. I pirated because I'm not supporting the Daily Wire agenda, but I don't want to do that. I would never do that.
You're gonna virtue signal and get yourself freaking trouble for piracy.
All of the outlets,
I
can find that reviewed this movie, they all seem to be like very conservative outlets.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I like to support creatives. Tony is here. Tony, are you gonna reach out to Ben Shapiro, get a review copy?
Oh yeah. Am I allowed to swear on this show?
A little bit, yeah.
This is the most fucking ridiculous review I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
He's 6 minutes and 20 seconds in. I don't even know what the fucking movie's about, Max. Gina Carano's in it. There's no music, and that's it. And it's brutal. There's brutal scenes in the movie.
It doesn't have agenda.
And no agenda.
So the movie's garbage.
Yeah, the movie's got to be crap if he's not talking about the actual movie.
Okay.
This man talks about, he nitpicks movies fucking for hours. They'll sit there and nitpick shit.
Because it's not Star Wars.
Right. And so suddenly it's a Gina Carano movie and he got nothing to say about the plot, about the writing.
You're right.
None of that shit exists. No. There's just no music and it's kind of brutal. And there's no agenda.
We got 65 people watching. Go sub to Tony. See, listen. Tony is effective. He gets things I don't. You're right. You're absolutely right. I was giving him a pass. Right. He nitpicks the things to hell. And you're right. He hasn't even said anything. And usually it doesn't have an agenda. That's the first thing. There's no music. And yeah, there's not a lot of substance to the review. Okay.
I mean, what's the movie about? If you're watching this, if you go into it, say, I don't know what the movie's about. I want to hear this review. I have no idea what the movie's about. Gina Carano's in it, and it's a Western.
There's no agenda. And there's no agenda.
What's the plot? What happens in the movie? Who's doing what? There's another guy. He mentioned some dude. He's in the movie, apparently, and I don't even know what the fuck he's playing in the movie. He's just a dude in the movie that did a good job.
So just as a guy in the movie, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, good job, man. Thanks for adding. Yeah, you're right. Is Tony right, everyone?
Yeah, like I said, it was a very vague and generic review. Like he really spent all that time not really saying anything.
He's going out of his way to not say anything. He's like very measured in his words, and he's very calm, and You can tell that he's really thinking what to say, so he doesn't say too much.
I have a feeling they're gonna join the Daily Wire crew as the geek angle. You know, I don't know.
Well, from what I heard, the Quartering also reviewed the movie, and he did the same thing where he's really vague and he doesn't actually tell you what the movie's about. He just tells you that it's not bad.
It's because they want Gina Carano in the channel. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, they interviewed Gina Carano when they went down there.
Oh well, let's see what else. Let's see if he gets to it at the end.
So that don't work. You can appreciate that from a passion standpoint to go, you wanted to tell me a story and you told me. And you didn't try to do it specifically for me or
what
for this
story,
person
man?
or for that group or for that. You simply had a passionate project and you wanted to tell that story. And I appreciate the authenticity in this movie. And like I said, Nick Cersei to me was definitely the standout. Gina was great, and I
don't even know what the fuck Gina's character's name is.
The kind of
I don't know if he does either. I don't want to be too mean to. I'm going to give him a thumbs up for this, even though
that's not being mean. That's being honest.
Yeah, that's actually if I did the typical thing they do, is this would be a great thumbnail. Clip out, Eddie. That's for you. Get that freeze frame. I know you could do wonders with memes. Okay. Wow,
Imagine if this was a review, Max. Imagine if this was a review for Miss Marvel or Black Panther 2. Jeremy and them would be all over this. They'd be like, these reviewers were paid off. They were bought.
That's
Obviously,
true.
they're pushing this agenda, blah, blah, blah.
That's true.
Don't give them a pass, Max. Don't be soft like Ben Silverpunk.
You're right. You're right. You're right, Tony. I get a little soft. I look a little. This is why Tony's. I'm treating him like Tommy Tallarico. I'm going too soft.
Yeah, I'm hot today.
Yeah, you are. We got an anonymous super chat. Thank you, anonymous. $4.99. I appreciate it. Breaking news: DC Comics. Is this true? DC Comics are now pulling the Flash variant featuring Ezra Miller due to recent controversy per Bleeding Cool. Sign of things to come. That is an indicator. If they're pulling a cover, that is somewhat of an indicator.
It's just that. I mean, I don't think it's that. It's just that Andy Muschietti is the one that made the cover. It's basically Ezra being naked, getting into the Flash suit in the cover.
Yeah, but I didn't know they pulled it. So that's
probably why, because it's like lots of people were talking about it. It's like, damn, why is he naked in the cover?
You think that's why they pulled it, or I don't want to go down the Ezra rabbit hole, please, but do you think it has anything?
I mean, it could be both, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get Tony's review of the review towards the end. See if Jeremy brings it home at the end.
General audience thinks about this movie, because I don't feel like it will play very well to general audience. Gina Carano fans are going to be very excited about this. Daily Wire fans are going to be very excited about this, but there will be people that aren't really invested from that standpoint that will see this movie, and I'll be interested to know what they think about it. Overall, I give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. And that's just being as honest as I possibly can. And I'm judging this not as a Gina Carano movie.
Man, if this
not
was
as a Daily Wire
that is
production.
not great, bro.
No, that's not good at all.
6.5 out of 10?
That's a D.
That is a failure. That is a failure right there.
Watch it
if
it's on TBS or something.
Yeah, that's shocking. That score based on what he said. I thought it'd be like at least 7.5 or something.
Damn, bro.
Not as an FU to Lucasfilm, but just as a movie. And as a movie, I found enjoyable moments out of it, but I also found moments that I thought really hurt from the overall experience of pulling me further into the story. I am so happy with what the Daily Wire is doing, and I can't wait to see what the future is like. And I hope all of you do go check out Terror on the Prairie and support the Daily Wire, because
you just told us it was a shitty movie. Why would we do that?
Crucial pieces now, and I think Terror on the Prairie
this is why I say it's all pro wrestling, guys.
Okay,
Jeremy can put out a video where he's calm, measured. I mean, if this was Star Wars, he'd be cutting a promo. He was freaking on, freaking Hulk Hogan or something. Like, this is ridiculous, man.
I don't think it's a 6.5. I think he gave it a 6.5. Like, this is the lowest I could give it without them being mad at me. But I think he thinks it's a shittier movie because he said general audiences aren't going to really like the movie. So what he basically said.
No score and a 6.5.
He said general audiences aren't going to like the movie. Then he spent 8 minutes being incredibly vague and non-specific. Then he gave it.
Where's the plot? Like
he said, not to jump all over Anthony down there, but he said there's parts of the movie that I didn't like, and then didn't tell you what the fucking parts were that he didn't like.
No, he said that it didn't have music. He noted that.
Right at the end, right here at the end, he goes, "There's parts of the movies that I really didn't like, but he didn't say what they were."
I hope all of you do go check out Terror on the Prairie and support the Daily Wire because they are building crucial pieces right now. And I think Terror on the Prairie is definitely a huge step in that right direction that they're moving.
Nope.
Like I said, they had Shut In, they had Hyperions. What is a Woman is out right now, which is blowing up, which is a fantastic documentary by Matt Walsh, by the way. And then you have Terror on the Prairie, the next step in the evolution of what Daily Wire is doing. So I'm really happy
garbage.
That
what's funny though is like this Daily Wire content.
The budget is only like $12, bro. Like, come on.
Oh, Brian had to head out. Thanks, Brian.
The budget's like, come on.
You get all the clips on YouTube, like that Matt Walsh guy. So what are you actually paying? You're just paying for the, to support your team. Well, the movies most of the clips from that What is a Woman are on YouTube because that Matt Walsh puts out a clip a day from the, the most controversial scenes.
You get the Tumblr.
But Tony, what do you think of this? You're not against. I assume you're not against competition in Hollywood. How does this move the needle at all? Like it doesn't do anything.
Full disclosure, I actually like some of the content from the Daily Wire. So
okay,
I would be the audience for the movie. But
you're a potential part of the market that may consider if it was an amazing product, maybe.
But just going off of the non-review, it's not even a real review. The non-review that Jeremy gave, he basically said the movie's shit, guys, but support it anyway because team politics. Let's go.
And that's just exactly what they're fighting against, right?
Yeah.
Average content, subpar content, agenda for agenda reasons.
Again, he didn't tell you what the movie's about. He didn't even name the characters in the movie, what it's about, what was good, standout moments, bad moments in the movie, what the plot was, what didn't work in the plot. Nothing, no detail at all. Just real vague. It's a movie.
It's basically to take like.
If you're curious, I can read you a synopsis real quick.
Yeah,
if you're curious about that, like the name and stuff. I'm reading this off of a website, one of those right-wing Hollywood websites. So take that for what it is.
What's up, everybody?
It's called RJ. It's called Hollywood in Toto.
Who is this? No, I'm just kidding.
What's up? I figured I would stop by just for a little bit to say that there actually just now is breaking news from Deadline. Legitimate breaking news. If you want to cover the topic.
Sure, get it ready. Well, I would love RJ to bring some breaking news.
I just saw it right now.
We have to do. No.
Did they finally tell? Did they finally admit that I was dating Taylor Swift? Look, I'm sorry, guys.
Breaking news.
You're a Taylor Swift fan?
Yeah, I love Taylor Swift.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ezra Miller will not be a part of any future DC projects after The Flash, regardless if there are more allegations or not. There has currently been no decision made on how to deal with his involvement in The Flash.
That movie ain't coming out.
Well, an article from Deadline just came out talking about what is Zaslav's option. So if you want to look at that, they can. But in there, yes, the Deadline is reporting that as of now, there are no future plans for Ezra Miller or his version of The Flash. That they're basically...
Well... Yeah, this whole situation's sad.
I mean, there's like two options: put it in theaters or put it on HBO Max and pay the exact.
So I will send you the link to the article. I just wanted to stop by and make you aware of that. So
sure.
Might as well talk about it myself.
Yeah, what do you do with this? It's so sad. Well, you don't want anyone to be anything to happen to anyone for the accusations. But then the other part is we may be missing out on.
I mean, it's very simple. All you have to do is change the end of the movie and have a new actor. Done.
I think that's like Tony said that too. I think that's the consensus. That may be the easiest route.
I think right now, this is just my pure opinion and speculation. Right now, they're waiting to see if any actual charges are brought up. If no charges are brought up, then they will continue with this film as is. If charges are brought up, though, and charges are made, like actual charges, not just like accusations and like this protective order, restraining order, all that stuff, then they will just, if charges are made, then they'll retool the ending to recast the role. If not, they're just going to let it come out as
it's
is.
basically what they did with Johnny Depp. They paid him his $60 million for those 2 movies. He got done, and that's it. They're just waiting for next month on July 12th. That's what they're waiting on. If you go to court.
Honestly, like people that are so convinced that there's a path forward for Snyderverse, like Flash is a key to all this happening too. Not to bring that back up, but you know what I mean?
It is a legitimate thing, but I figured I would just read this real quick.
Yeah.
It says, even though it isn't on the Warner Brothers release calendar until June 23rd, 2023, The Flash is becoming Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav's first movie crisis because of the escalating coverage of incidents of volatile and odd behavior involving the film star Ezra Miller. Zaslav has made clear his desire to grow the DC universe to MCU scale, and all the ingredients of a first foot forward in The Flash, including the return of Michael Keaton as Batman, along with the reprise by Ben Affleck, a $200 million budget, and a hot director in Andy Muschietti, who delivered the blockbuster It for the studio. The WBD CEO exercised his well-known penchant for micromanagement by declining to greenlight a Wonder Twins movie for being too niche. Says I will soon have to make a decision of what to do with the completed pictures of The Flash and what to do with the young actor who appears to have serious offset issues. Deadline has heard the studio has tried getting help from Miller, but the troubling headlines continue to pile up. Could you set a potential liability on a global publicity tour and have the actor anchor a huge studio franchise play?
I don't believe that.
Anthony, you don't know. It would make sense for
Like
the studio to try to get Ezra help.
Like Warner, listen, I love one. I don't know Warner Brothers. Really try to get help,
but based on what Ezra was doing on Instagram.
Well, they're saying that the studio offered help. They tried getting help for Ezra, and the allegations and the headlines continue to mount up. Whatever that means, that doesn't. I want to clarify for everybody. This does not mean Ezra declined it. It doesn't mean Ezra's guilty or that they declined getting help. They're saying that help was offered, yet these headlines are still happening.
I mean, listen, if this is true, because Warner Brothers Pass is fucked up. If they try to get help, I mean, they didn't say. I mean, he didn't decline it, so this doesn't say it. I mean, yeah.
So just to continue, because I know you guys have other topics, and I want to be on this.
No, this is fine. This is. I didn't actually have too many topics, so this is good.
Zaslav is.
Well, no. Actually, the story's not good, but yeah.
Yeah, let me rephrase it a little bit, but Zaslav has several choices. He will make one of them very soon. Among them, he can pull back on heavily promoting the summer 2023 film, confining it to some P&A and no publicity tour, or he can relegate it to stream at HBO Max and take a write-down, or lean in toward making the movie a hit and then drop Miller if they can't straighten things out. Warner Brothers did that when it dropped Johnny Depp from the Grindelwald character in the Fantastic Beasts franchise after the actor's well-publicized, unsuccessful UK lawsuit. The studio then replaced Depp with Matt Mikkelsen. There is no winning in this for Warner Brothers, one studio source tells us. This is an inherited problem for Zaslav. The hope is that the scandal will remain at a low level before the movie is released and hope for the best to turn out. And Zaslav's plan to make DC an explosively successful division like Marvel under his newly structured studio with its own new boss, the non-binary identifying Miller we hear, is simply not a part of those plans going forward in the future universe, regardless if there are more allegations or not.
Right. That makes sense. Like, it's just an unreliable employee, regardless.
Basically, the studio source is telling Deadline that there's no part in any of these new plans that Zaslav has made that sees Ezra Miller continuing in the role in the future.
At the bare minimum, these big blockbuster movies, when you get paid millions and millions of dollars, you are part of your salary, part of your income there is promoting the movie, press junkets, not the opposite where it's bad press. It's like it's one thing if you can't do press at all. It's another thing if you add to horrible press for the product. There's just like no.
And again, I just want to say too, this is not good news. This is really sad. I didn't want this to be the case. I wanted there to be a better solution, but there's not going to be, sadly. And again, I'm sure more trades are going to report on this. This is just Deadline breaking the news that they were told, but
yeah,
it is really sad. It is sad. So I'm not going to read the rest because it just goes into the history of all the accusations.
Well, no, Brian, I'm not disagreeing with you. If there was a plan to bring it back around in the spoiler warning, if there was a scene at the end of The Flash where Batfleck reaches out to Barry, like Barry is the key to forget about the blueprint. The Flash character is a key to a lot of this stuff happening. And
I would say this.
I don't know how they're going to do anything.
I saw that that anonymous person's me, by the way. I just called myself anonymous because I make it up, but
Oh,
but, yeah, that was me actually. I'm the one who sent that. But
okay.
The fact that the comic book division is now pulling that variant cover that got revealed today, due to of course what Bleeding Cool is saying, the controversy, that is not good.
Well, they can't even release a trailer.
I don't know why. I like Andy, but bro, why will you draw the Flash getting dressed up in the Flash costume and you see his fucking cheeks? Like, come on, bro. That is dumb.
It was just bad. It was just badly released. It was just bad timing. I don't think that cover was inherently bad. It was meant to be tongue in cheek and just comedic.
Tony, what's your take on all this? Were you looking forward to the Flash before all this chaos?
No, I'm not a DC fan at all.
Oh, well, you don't care then?
Plus, remember I said that the Snyderverse sucked anyway.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Goodbye. Thanks for visiting, Tony. No,
I mean, like, listen. Fuck it. Man, I just wish Warner Brothers, if they would have just let Zach done his shit, we would have been done already. All this bullshit would have never happened. It just Warner Brothers is.
Oh yeah,
I hate Warner.
We got to get you back on the show.
No, again, none of this is good. This is a really sad situation. It's not what any of us wanted for this movie in particular. You see the moment when Andy Muschietti told Sasha Kaye, "You're my Supergirl." The emotions on her face that this was her big break, now being overshadowed by all of this nonsense. It's a real this is sad across the board. It's sad for Ezra. It's sad for Sasha. It's sad for Michael Keaton. It's sad for Andy Muschietti. This is not a good situation all around.
This is even no one should be taking joy in this. This is a lead up to Batgirl. Like, what the hell are you going to do now? I don't know.
Technically, Aquaman too, because Michael Keaton's in there apparently.
Based on what the Deadline article said, and we need to clarify this because I want to make sure that we're not putting out misinformation. The Deadline article simply states that, according to what they're being told, Ezra Miller will not be a part of any future DC projects or their future plans. Yeah. That does not mean they're reshooting The Flash. It does not mean they're scrapping that movie or getting rid of it. But it does seem like that will be the end of Ezra Miller in this role.
They should just get this movie out as soon as possible.
I think
we're
it's
1 year away. We're 1 year away.
Whatever happens that year is pretty important. But right now would be the worst time for them to release this movie. And in the next few months, it'll be the worst time because there's still no resolution to whatever situation's happening.
There's not. We don't know. We're still about a couple weeks away from getting any semblance of what's going on.
And worst case scenario, if it does come down to a court case, then you're SOL for whatever for the summer date.
That basically what the article was saying too is that Zaslav has three options. You don't do a publicity tour for this movie. You just do some promotion and advertising, but no publicity tour. They talk to the actors.
I don't think they can do that though. There is so much negativity and toxicity around Ezra Miller. Whether you think it's fair or not, there's always the whole due process thing, but there is the headlines came out and they said the things they said and people are aware of the situation. If Warner Brothers puts this out in an attempt to make money, it's going to make them look shitty. And they're not going to want to have to deal with the headache of having to release this while also having to answer for why they're out there trying to make money off of a guy who is in all of these terrible headlines. That's the worst case scenario.
And the also worst case scenario would be putting this on streaming, which I don't think that they can financially do because that'd be too much of a financial write-off. The movie's going to come out. How they market it, how they promote it, that's going to be a different story.
Release the Flash movie.
What they should is that promote Michael Keaton.
Movie's really good.
What they should is promote Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck and Sasha Calle, Michael Shannon, and the Fayora actress.
Well,
And that's it.
I
That's
will
what they
say
should
this
do.
just really quickly too. There's a certain YouTuber out there. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, Geekdom 101. He was the one who leaked the entire Matrix Resurrections plot about a year ago, and then Warner Brothers shut him down.
Channel.
He actually did leak the entire Flash plot, and the sad part is, it actually sounds really good.
Yeah,
it sounds like it would have been
really good. All of the news
even in the
coming
video,
out of
he
like
said,
early
even in the
screenings
video,
is
he
awesome.
said, this sounds like a great movie that's going to be ruined because of the antics of its main star, and that Ezra probably gives the best performance of his entire career in this movie.
That's not
all
saying
this
much.
being overshadowed by all of this.
Yeah, because he plays
really depressing.
He plays 3 different characters that we haven't seen on screen in a long time. It's like 3 different versions of himself, which is crazy. But
he's in about 85% of the movie. You cannot get rid of that.
Okay.
What was that?
All you have to do is just change the ending.
I was just saying that Ezra Miller is a shitty actor, so this being the best performance of his career isn't really impressive to me.
I don't think Ezra's an amazing actor.
I wouldn't say he's
that far.
shitty. I would say he's okay acting in Hollywood. He's like a C-lister.
There's our good member here, William, Sci-Fi Center. There's a lot. I can't. This argument, I don't get. People don't forget this kind of stuff. Here's
the thing though. Remember when people said the same thing about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, that people weren't going to care, that Johnny Depp got recast, and
listen,
they weren't going to care about any of that.
Always remember that password. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying.
And again, if Warner Brothers was not concerned, we would not be hearing about this.
Yeah,
they are definitely talking about this and working out what they want to do. Whether that's right or wrong, and again, I believe in due process. I believe in waiting till the courts come out and say what they need to say and the information to come out. I hope for the best. It just seems like they are moving to take action. Whether that's right of them or not, it seems like that's what they're going to do. They're going to make.
William,
it's
make a trending. It's trending more than Snyderverse or anything. Every day on Twitter, or every week at Twitter.
Sadly, the Ezra Miller story is the biggest thing going on in the world of DC movies. It's not Black Adam. It's not The Flash or Aquaman 2. It's Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
it involves potentially really dire, seedy shit that people won't just be able to gloss over. If it's like a worst case scenario, people won't be able to gloss over like some of those allegations if they're proven to be true. Like Warner Brothers, like the best case scenario for them, and I'm not saying this is something they should do or this even be a good thing, but the best case scenario for them would be trying to facilitate some kind of settlement as quickly as humanly possible, even if that has to come out of their own bank account. Like just trying to get this settled and done with and out of the headlines as quickly as possible. Pay those parents whatever the parents want, whatever they need to do. Like if they could get that done in like a month or so, then they could at least have that much more breathing time to let all of this stuff kind of fall to the wayside and to be able to use the legal system, the pathway that offers via settling out of court to be able to say, okay, nothing was really done. We can't really talk about it, but he didn't do anything bad. He didn't do anything good. It's just a thing that's behind us now. So then like, that's the only thing that they could do to really push this forward in a way that they could actually recoup some of their money on it. And they might
actually, there's another way. They could just hire somebody to fake Ezra's self-deletion, blame it on social media pressure that the media caused it.
My God.
Hey, you flipped the script. If social media caused Ezra Miller to hurt himself in some way.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm saying you want an option.
That would be a crazy story.
Well,
I
we have to
honestly
remember
think
too. We
Ezra's
have to
going off
remember
the
what the
grid
article
and
said.
Hey, if you're going to pay money
to
to shut up witnesses and to sweep it under the rug, you might as well go full tilt.
We have to remember what Deadline is saying though. That what was the term? That regardless if there are more accusations or not, and maybe even if they're
hire the
or
Epstein
not,
guy.
Basically, at this point, Warner Brothers has already made their decision in regards to the future of Ezra Miller in the role, regardless if more allegations come or not. Right? Regardless if the allegations that have come out are true, regardless if more come out, they have decided we're done with them. Right? But the question now is, what do you do with this movie? And that's something that David Zaslav, who's coming in here trying to just do a shakeup and try to do his thing, now has to worry about. Which that sucks too, because they're waiting for him to get stuff moving, to be able to like do what he needs to do in regards to creative and now he's got to juggle this giant mess he's inherited from the old regime. So it's a crappy situation all around. It's sad. There's nothing good about the story. There's no like, I know people are gonna make this like, if they really don't like Ezra, they're gonna be like celebrating. This is not something worth celebrating. This is sad. This is not a good thing at all.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Ezra's even gonna do anything. I think Ezra wants to be off the grid now, honestly. Unless the charges go through and ends up in jail. That's the only other thing I can think of.
If those are true, then yeah. I mean, listen, people stop talking about the Will Smith thing, and I haven't heard shit since then. I mean, it has until what, June 23rd, and it has.
Yeah, but you don't get a story every week of Will Smith slapping someone else.
No, hey, that would be cool. I mean, hey, that would be cool.
Whoa!
I just said it, but no, I mean, listen, I don't know how much money the Flash will make. It has Indiana Jones 5 coming out, and then it has compete against Into the Spider-Verse.
Hey, I'm still
it's gonna be hard for that
if
movie
it
to
comes
make
out.
money.
I don't know what else. I'm gonna support the other people involved. They don't deserve this.
Why don't they just deepfake somebody over Ezra Miller?
Because they're too much money. It's too much money. They've already sunk about $200
It's too much
million
money. Just find some guy on 4chan. He could do it for like $10.
But it's also contractual obligations too with the actors, and then like if you do it that way, you have to pay Ezra out.
I would violate union rules too.
That too.
Wouldn't you get a SAG actor who agrees to take over the role?
Well, no. It's not even just the SAG actor thing though, Tony. It's also, would SAG even allow this kind of thing to happen?
Well, they
did. Devin was saying dump a bunch of money to make a settlement. I'm sure they could dump a bunch of money in SAG's lab and go, hey, allow us to do this thing that we want to do.
Again, I just think you have the movie comes out the way it comes out. It does, however well it's going to do. You're going to make more money regardless.
They're not going to make any money.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to make more money competing against Indiana Jones.
I'm saying you make more money releasing it than sitting on it and scrapping it. Or putting it
I mean, if you scrap it, you're not going to make any money. So obviously, releasing it, even one ticket sale is going to make more money.
Well, look at Justice League. They spent $300 million, $350 something like that.
But remember, Zaslav doesn't want to do that anymore.
And he doesn't want to do. And I agree, he should never do that. He should care about his directors. And if something happened to the directors, take them a break. So, I mean, it's a tough situation with Ezra, man. He was okay. He was okay as the Flash. Although I love Grant
the Snyder Cut. I love that scene. It was fun. It could have been fun. Like,
he was.
What's very frustrating is Ezra's only the Flash because he can't champion to still be in the role. He was like, I'm going to write it myself. And after all that bullshit, then this, it doesn't even seem like.
And he got scenes with the Irish actress. So like, that's going to be tough, you know.
Like, my friends that are thinking the Snyderverse is coming back, like, how do you think it's going to even work without Flash, too? Like, that's a big factor. Like, if there was,
what about Amber Heard as well? Because this is not
Amber
comparable. It's not comparable, but Mary does
it's like
have
a non-factor. I think.
Too.
I put that in a different
that
position.
Is true. That is 100%.
But that was going to be.
I don't know.
Honestly, if they really wanted to bring Zack Snyder back, they would just bring him back and he would just reboot the Snyderverse with new actors.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Well, the question is that maybe some fans are going to ask themselves is, do you just want the story or do you want the specific actors? Because maybe in this
fuck the fans, give me the story.
I just don't know how anything is possible anymore. I'm just like, what the hell? Brian, it's over. It's all over.
I mean, yeah.
And I see people on Twitter blaming on Zack Snyder. I was like, yo, shut the fuck up on that.
Stop. No. Here's the thing. You cast the best actor you can when you are given auditions. This is not Zack's fault. People who are trying to make this a Snyder fan issue say it's Zack's fault. No, that's very immature and shows that what these people are trying to deal with. They are not actually trying to be genuine about it. They're just spouting nonsense to try and be toxic towards a group of fans. And that's not fair. You shouldn't be attacking Snyder or Snyder fans because they've decided this.
All right, well.
Even with the Amber things, like WB,
they put this out. The other thing is something I've been following the industry. They seem to put stuff out like this on a Friday, get it out of the way, and and then they'll.
Well,
know,
again,
something else.
notice
It's
when
always Friday.
Wait, real
It's always
quick
Friday.
real quick though. Very smart though of the Warner Brothers PR machine, because let's be fair, they probably did know this was going to come out. Very smart of them to release this on a Friday evening at about 11 p.m. or actually almost midnight
It was
Eastern
midnight,
Standard Time, when most people are not going to be in the office getting ready to cover this. So
Right.
we may not
It's
get
like-
updates
it's
on
like-
this till around Monday. or
It's
so.
called the Friday night news dump. They do it all
Yeah.
the time. It's not like
yeah. It's pretty much Aslav like greenlighted the article.
Can we get an exclusive from Tony? When did Intellivision like to release their news dump? Right after the CU podcast aired?
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll announce something better next week. You know,
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to see the Flash. I like Michael Keaton. I love him to death. I love him. And I love Ben Affleck. He's my Batman. He's the greatest Batman.
And I'm gonna buy this
and I
on
love
physical if it's ever released, because
And-
you know, who knows if they're gonna.
And I want to see Sasha Kiet. She's gonna do great as Kara Zor-El. She's playing Kara, by the way.
Yeah, man, listen.
And,
Everything,
and I feel bad for everybody on the cast.
No,
and
absolutely. The
And it's a
smartest thing
fucked up situation.
here's the smartest thing you can do at this point, right? To address William's super chat, because I agree.
We'll have to read
Go.
it first because he's
Yeah, go
a paying
ahead.
customer. William
Yeah,
Powell,
go
$5, Sci-Fi Center. The money, thank you, William. The money is already spent. It wasn't even Warner Bros. Discovery money. It was from the
That is
previous
true.
regime's cash.
That
Release
is
it,
true.
recast him going forward if need be. You know what? William makes a lot of sense. He's pretty the point.
No, I agree. What I was gonna say was, don't spend any more money on it. At the most, just complete the reshoots you already had scheduled, because I don't think they've done reshoots for this film yet.
No, they haven't yet.
They haven't done reshoots yet.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
What you do is you retool the ending, because the ending's already leaked out there. I'm not going to say what it is, but the ending basically presents the opportunity to have a new actor taking on the role of Flash. That's what you do. You reshoot the ending to introduce the new actor playing Flash. You move on. That's it. Thank you. Goodbye. That's what you do.
I mean, they really should.
It's like, honestly, the ending of the film is set up beautifully to allow for a new actor to step in.
Yeah,
It's a perfect introduction if they wanted to do it that way.
If they really want to get on the level of Marvel and make lemonade out of lemons, is really consider the Flash TV actor. I know that might say, he's a TV actor.
He does have a cameo in the movie.
But he seems like a genuinely good person, and the fans like him. And if he wants to do it, work it out. I mean, or would you get a brand new actor?
I'll say this.
Grant Gustin. People like him as the Flash.
I love Grant. I think he's done next year as the Flash. But just get an actor that costs only $200,000 a COB lister, and that's it. Look at Andrew. So he did the first Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man movie, for only $200,000.
Honestly, the best thing you can do is you cast a beloved actor in that role that people would really get excited about. That's what you do.
That would be Grant. I mean, I'm
not sure who that actor would be, but it would be somebody. I don't know. Maybe
get a B-lister in Hollywood.
I would cast Terrence Howard.
And then
you could put him at the end of that Flash movie where he'll look at the camera and go, "Next time, baby," and then that's it.
Oh my God, that's fucked up. But nobody noticed though. Nobody noticed in Iron Man 2 when he got recast. Nobody noticed that.
I think that's a lie there, William. Where people are always shitting on the CW ratings, but the superhero shows on the CW were the best ratings for their network. The network was never doing gangbusters.
That's true. I agree with Tony. That's 100% true. Yeah, and plus the Superman loss is doing good outside of United States on HBO Max. So.
I mean, there's a lot of actors you can get. You can get like a Lewis Till. You could get like a Dylan O'Brien. You could get like a...
Cast a woman.
No. Don't
cast
cast that. No. Please do not cast Dylan O'Brien. Get him as Nightwing. For the Lord of God, just don't.
Cast Gina Carano as the Flash.
There's a lot of good like TV actors though too that are out there that could take it on too if need be.
William
there's
said
an endless amount of talented actors who could easily step into the role. So
William said cast Steve from Stranger Things. That's
Joe Curry could do a great job. I would totally be down for that.
That's true. Dylan O'Brien as Terry.
That's what I'm saying. There's an endless abundance of great actors who could take on that role. Like they're
not expensive because most actors.
Hey, we got 68 people watching. Can you please like the video. It really helps. We only got like 30 something likes.
I know
really.
people are gonna yell at me, being like, "You came back just to talk about Ezra Miller?" Yeah,
I did. I was going to say the obvious.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It was breaking. It was breaking news.
That's not really RJ. That's someone using an RJ voice. That's why he's hiding.
Well, yeah, the voice modifiers.
That's the
It's
AI.
very RJ from another.
I'm just saying. I know the first couple. It's like he came back for this. Whatever. I don't care. It was something I was covering. I might as well see it through the end.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm here just to have fun because I'm literally so bored and I hate not streaming or talking to anybody about stuff. This is fun.
Yes, you're always.
I told you yesterday, RJ.
Well, Ninja Turtles was too, I love that game, but I thought it would carry me through. But it's only about 5 to 6 hours. So,
it's not even 5 or 6 hours. It's like a 2.5 hour game.
Yeah, it's pretty short. I'm almost done. I'm on stage 10 or 11 or something.
There's 16 stages.
Yeah, there's 16 stages. So
I beat it within the first like I said, 3 hours.
It's a great game though. I'm gonna keep replaying it.
Can we also get a movie again?
You're getting one by the team behind The Boys.
No, that's animated.
It's animated, but it's still a new movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see live action.
Well, it was great to get it on Game Pass. I was so happy today. But yeah, I gotta still unlock Casey Jones, and then there's another beat 'em up that just came out today, Final Vendetta, that I want.
That is true. What Caden is saying in chat.
They cast Ezra in 2014.
That is.
And the movie was supposed to come out 4 years ago.
Yep, this is what I'm talking about. WB is a fucking stupid studio. They got plans. They bro. Oh, the Green Lantern movie was supposed to come out last year in 2020. Nope, nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Warner Bros. Is a messy company, bro.
I'm sorry. F you, Ezra. I'm sick of this. Regardless of your
Hollywood say WB is garbage.
Regardless of you're guilty or not, I want you to have your day in court. But this is such. What we always talk about not canceling people, but what about all the shit you leave for everyone else? I'm sorry, you're selfish.
It's going to be crazy when they do the Thor in the Flash movie.
And be a freaking adult. Ezra's an adult. I'm sorry. I'm not canceling Ezra, but come on.
No. That Hollywood pressure.
Act like an adult.
Hollywood is crazy.
What an opportunity wasted.
Ezra in particular is just a very strange individual. If you looked at his antics over the years,
selfish.
He's
always been a very eccentric, weird person. They've always been like that. Excuse me, I do apologize.
But there's something to be said that the people that are so selfish and leave chaos in the way, and deal with everyone else. Got to deal with their bullshit. I'm not trying to cancel. Ezra.
even at the San Diego Comic-Con events when Ezra would dress up in really eccentric outfits, that was okay.
That was a red flag.
It's not. It was kind of okay. They're quirky, right? And then they do certain magazine shoots,
and then
it's kind of odd, but
them.
whatever.
Yeah.
Live your life how you want to live your life, and then all this is oh my god, it's sad. It's a sad situation all around.
Listen, all I say is that when
I agree with William's statement 1000%.
Yeah.
Guilty on
we do have other topics. You might as well stay. I don't know. There's not many.
Yeah, I'll stay. Is there something fun to talk about?
I wish everybody from the Flash movie a very good future for them. That's it.
I think there's a bright future for Michael Keaton and Sasha Kaye. Hopefully,
not Ben Affleck, but whatever. Yeah.
Worst case scenario, it'll end up on Pirate Bay.
Well, there you go.
Guy Ritchie teams with Disney and AGBO on live action Hercules.
That's the Russo brothers. Yeah, the Russo brothers are producing. Yeah. I have a question though. Where the hell is Aladdin 2? They were supposedly making Aladdin
2. So let me tell you what happened about
Will Smith.
And
that doesn't does that mean
remember they announced the Mufasa Lion King prequel too, but nothing has been in the works
that's
either.
For Disney Plus, I believe. That's going to be Disney Plus. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, what happened to Aladdin 2? Guy Ritchie was supposed to
Aladdin became his first film to crack $1 billion gross.
It was, yeah.
Disney.
It did really well. Everyone thought it was going to flop. But
I liked Will Smith in that live action.
Oh, he did.
Well, here's a question though. Who would you cast as Hercules and Meg?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
He's never worked with Disney before, though.
Get Henry Cavill.
Zach Efron.
No, he's not. He's
I
He's all buffed
one.
up. Have you seen him?
I got one. Get The Rock to play Hercules again.
I actually have a really good casting for Hercules.
Okay.
He's a big actor right now. He's actually been in a lot of hit TV shows. I would get Alan Ritchson to play Hercules.
Oh, I like that.
That is.
I like that.
He was Hawk in Titans. He's Jack Reacher on Amazon.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Jack Reacher, that dude. That's a thick ass dude.
I think
he should be a big beefy boy. That's for sure. He could definitely play Hercules.
He should play Eddie.
But Hercules isn't beefy in the Disney Hercules.
Well, he starts off small and then he grows, but it's gonna be like a different actor or CGI version, like they did like Chris Evans in the first Captain America.
Oh boy,
I do know real quick though. I do know that for the role of Megara, they were talking about Ariana Grande a while ago. When this project was first rumored. I don't think they're gonna go with her, but I'm just saying they could. So
she's not even a good actress.
Oh, are they gonna be talking about how the?
Well, I want to know. I want to know why they're so confident Fandome's coming back. Like,
bro, all due respect.
Are they gonna talk about the Warriors winning the NBA Finals? Oh wait, that's Sports Center.
Oh, come on. Well, I got RJ.
It's really hard. It's really hard to tell when the logo is so similar. I really thought I was going to hear some basketball.
I would have done that too. But I want to see what they say about Fandom. Well, I've been searching. I haven't found any official word about Fandom coming back. So I just want to hear this. Like, aren't they going to have to announce the Fandom soon if it's going to be in the next?
If it's this year, they got to announce it by the end of the summer. It could be like an October Fandom, like last summer.
They have to announce it by August, pretty much.
Yeah, I would say by August there should be an announcement. Hopefully,
if they don't announce it by August.
Hey, maybe they'll announce Fandom on Monday.
This is bite-sized Mikey and Sil for Tony and RJ.
Well, maybe this is the announcement of Fandom.
Oh, through Geek Austin?
They're the ones announcing it for DC.
All right, let's see what they say.
Do we know anything about we know one's happening at least, right?
Yeah. I do know that they're feeling the pressure of D23 and what they're doing. So a lot of this really still hinges upon getting that new DC head, because that person will be in charge of greenlighting a lot of things. Now, DC Fandom may not drop the same time as it did last year, mainly because of the fact that they're still looking for this DC head. But we are going to hear some post Hamada projects. Let's put it that way.
Well, because if you keep in mind, so Hamada's reign kind of ends. If that's the best way I could put it, with the Flash film.
Yeah,
comes out next summer, right?
He ain't lying about that.
So what's going to happen after that? What are they developing new? So you're expecting, just a new direction, kind of, lean towards or hinted at.
Here's what I'm told what to expect. I'm told to expect Henry Cavill. Okay, it's what I've been
hearing. You can't do that to them, Mikey. You can't do that to them.
It's what I've been hearing the most. Like a Superman. That's exactly what I've been hearing from most sources. Is why I brought this up. And in the weeks ahead, I'll have more information for you guys. But I'm hearing that it's pretty serious about Henry Cavill.
Okay. Well, I honestly think if they're going to do Fandom, that they have to announce it.
Well,
soon.
they have to do it before Black Adam release.
Weren't the previous Fandoms, RJ? Weren't they announced way ahead of time?
October, around August. That's when they announce it most of the time, or July around there.
No, I mean, but we knew they were going to happen. At least we don't even.
Ahead of time.
They're going to happen.
For sure. Yeah. This year we don't know because there's new people at WB.
Here's the thing, though. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but I just want to say really quickly, though, they should not be even worried about a DC Fandom putting one together right now until they appoint a DC head.
That's what he said. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Get the person in charge first, then you worry about when you announce Fandome. That's why I don't even think it's going to happen this year, to be honest, because like it seems like they're having a tough time filling that role out. So wait until
Half
you
the
hire
year's
somebody
almost
for that.
over. Yeah, it's June.
If they don't announce it by August, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not.
What else would they? I mean, unless they announce a bunch of new projects, what would they even announce? We got that Flash movie that we don't even want to talk about.
Well,
Let's talk about 30 minutes of it.
You could release a Black Adam new trailer. You could release a Shazam trailer. You could release an Aquaman teaser.
We're already getting.
Teaser.
And we already got the Black Adam trailer.
No, second Black Adam trailer, second one. Second one, and the Aquaman teaser, and maybe Shazam teaser. And that's
Batgirl, Blue Beetle,
and Blue Beetle and other stuff. Yep.
Yeah, Batgirl.
And maybe news about the Green Lantern show from the Lord of God. It's been 3 years, 2 years actually, 3. So yeah, maybe. And that's
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
And it did good in views last year, but mostly a DC fandom. People were just waiting. Last year was waiting for the Batman trailer. That's what people was waiting. Give me a fucking Batman trailer. So it was mostly just CW and shit like that. And that's it. And
here's something else that's popped up on my radar because I have Apple Plus. Has anyone watched For All Mankind?
I've heard good things about it. I haven't seen it though.
It's a good show. Apple. Hey, give Apple the next 2 or 3 years.
They gave it a. I like what's this actor's name? I forget his name.
The Rick Flag actor.
Yeah. They gave it a 9 out of 10. I think I'm going to check it out. Amazing. Alternative history series is a thrill ride on Earth and Mars. Alternate history.
I would love if Apple buy the studio in the next a year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, I did. I did have a. People were talking about Game of Thrones, Jon Snow sequel.
Well, real quick,
I actually kind of go ahead, Tony.
DC Fandome 2021 was announced August 31st. So
Oh, okay. Wow. See, this is Tony did that research. Well, yeah. All right. So there is still time. All right.
I mean, listen. After the last season of Game of Thrones, which was garbage, I don't know how. I will watch the show. I hope it's good.
Well, I actually kind of agree. I kind of agree with Nimrodic on Twitter that this is kind of like, oh, they're kind of rewriting the end of season 8.
They're not rewriting it. They're not doing that, bro. What? No.
I have a question. How is it a rewrite of season 8 if it's literally picking up right where it left off?
I know. I'm just joking.
Well, because if it's picking up right where it left off, then they basically get the opportunity to be like, oh, that's not how it actually ended. Let's continue the story.
They might do a little moving around certain things. Yeah.
Well, they might switch a little things in that shit. Yeah, for sure.
I also wakes up too much weight on like on season 8. Like it didn't end very well. Okay, but like Game of Thrones as a whole is still like 4.5 seasons of really the best television you're ever going to witness.
Oh yeah, masterpiece.
Then,
oh yeah.
Then, the middle of season 5 or half of season 5 at season 6 is a little bit tough. It gets a little rough. Still awesome premiere television. Like it only really. I think the reason why there's so much hate and animosity about season 8 is because the prior seasons were so awesome and built it up so high that it was virtually impossible for it to live up to any single person's expectations. And I think that like the legacy of that show being so negative because of that is like a disservice. I think it's a disservice to the series and to everybody that worked on it and to any possible process of the franchise continuing. Like I don't get the sense that there is a great deal of interest in House of the Dragon. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm
interested.
I don't ever hear anybody talking about it.
A lot of buzz here. Okay.
I know it's coming out in the next couple of months.
Well,
Tony,
did you see Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I say watch on HBO Max.
Anyone here like Game of Thrones?
I like Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones.
Amazing. Series?
A sequel. I mean, I love Game of Thrones. Didn't like the season. I didn't like the last season, but I give it the show 8 out of 10. It was great. Jon Snow sequel show. Give it to me. I hope they.
RJ, did you see Game of Thrones?
I haven't fully caught up with it. I got like a few seasons in. I gotta get back to it eventually. It's one of those things I
But
need
also,
to actually finish.
Isn't this guy going to be in Blade? So
Kit Harington?
Yeah.
He's playing the Black Knight.
Yeah. Because at the end of Eternals, that post credit scene over here, Blade voice, he's helping him with. So
You know what? I think enough time's passed that I'm okay. What are they going to do? Make the fan reception worse if the sequel series is bad?
I know. I don't. They're probably gonna change some stuff and then and a little bit, not that much, and then so make it better because it just. But yeah, he's Black Knight. Thank you, that boy. I mean, I'm expecting to see him in Blade.
He's going to be in Blade because the Ebony Blade's going to be part of how they kill the vampires.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, I watch the show. Hopefully it starts next year soon.
I have some rapid fire
it's
topics. Then we might end a little early tonight.
Well, I was popping off anyway, Max, because I got to go to work.
Oh, no excuse, Tony. Well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Gabbing with Geeks Saturdays.
That's right. Big anniversary episode tomorrow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to support a smaller YouTube creator, he does good content. He's got 600 subs. He needs that help push to get to the 1K. Go check out Tony. He looks up the receipts.
That I do. All right. Take it easy, everybody.
All right.
Later.
Why are you laughing, Eddie? What's going on?
Because I thought about it. Yes, he looks up the receipts to use them against you.
Yeah, he does. Here's anyone interested in a Russell Crowe project? Prizefighter trailer. Hard hitting 18th century.
It's a boxing drama.
It's a boxing drama. Is it? No. God damn, he looks.
Seems interesting. I don't know.
Oh, I'll watch it for sure. I love boxing anything.
Okay. Amazon.
And I like
Amazon.
Russell Crowe. I like Russell Crowe.
July 22nd. That's not too far. Yeah, check it out. Interesting. I haven't really watched any Russell Crowe projects recently. Man, is Chris Hemsworth going hard on the Netflix projects? He hasn't. Is anyone in any interest at all in this movie?
Yeah, he's promoting the movie. Yet. He's promoted the movie by himself.
Spiderhead.
I haven't seen it yet, but I only
it's from Joseph Kosinski, directed Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, okay. In the future, a group of convicts volunteer to be guinea pigs in a pharmaceutical testing facility run by a charismatic scientist, Chris Hemsworth. Will they'll get to live in relative comfort to be forced to participate in manipulative, dangerous experiments that put their lives and sanity at stake. I'll see with the 8. Great. Okay. For Netflix projects, his overall track record, Chris Hemsworth Netflix projects have been doing pretty good. I still didn't see Extraction, and they're making Extraction too. That's one that's on the list. It is, Eddie? You're muted. All right. Time for a Geekosity article real quick. Just real quick. Geekosity. Moon Knight creator hints at season 2 of Oscar Isaac series. That was pretty we always
where
we all was there any doubt that they were going to do a season 2?
The way that show ended was like definitively almost telling you there's going to be a season 2.
Yeah.
Wait. Time out. Miles Taylor as Green Lantern. Wait a minute. What?
Oh, yeah. I don't see that happening.
Oh, I know.
Miles Teller is my Jessica Chastain.
I think what they should do.
I'm like, why do people keep giving? I'm not against Miles Teller though, but I'm like, everyone's like, oh, Miles Teller's going to be great in this. I just don't see it. I don't know.
I mean, like, hey, just get Tom Cruise and Saul Jordan. There you go. He's selling hot takes.
Well, here's the quote. Mark and Steven are totally unaware of his existence. We don't necessarily know, is he good? Is he evil? We know he's working with Khonshu. We know he's had some sort of arrangement. and we know he's definitely more on board with Khonshu's worldview in terms of punishing evildoers. Yeah, I mean, I totally, even though it wasn't my favorite series, I'd like to see a season 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it well enough. I mean, I think that I kind of feel like maybe we're starting to approach peak saturation from Marvel projects. I mean, I'm sure people are still watching him in droves, although I guess I saw something recently about how maybe Miss Marvel's premiere didn't get quite the numbers that they were hoping for, but that might be a sign of peak Marvel saturation also. So we'll have to see.
I think it's also a sign that releasing 2 huge shows on the same day, when one is clearly a known brand, Obi-Wan Kenobi, versus a brand new character most of the general public doesn't know about, was probably not a good idea from a marketing standpoint.
How you know that?
Maybe space out the content a little better, so that way Miss Marvel doesn't have to go up against such a juggernaut of a show.
It's very easy. Release Marvel Wednesday and release Star Wars Friday. Simple.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think if they did that with any other property. Like, I couldn't remember when.
They never did that before. No.
This is I'm looking forward to this on Hulu. Just a weird little action film, The Princess.
And they're also doing that with She-Hulk with Andor too, so they're gonna overlap each other. So like,
I think it'd be fun to watch. I think it's gonna be on Hulu. I wouldn't pay to see it, but if it's on Hulu,
I waiting for the new Predator movie. That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, it seems like it has cool action. I don't know. It had.
Oh man, I'm interested in the article directly beneath this, though. I'll have to look that up later.
What is it? Hold on, let me see.
Oh, it's just like it said what the 15 best Jackie Chan fight scenes ranked.
Well, let's see it. Let's see it.
I am no. You'll definitely get dinged on your channel for watching that.
Well,
I am definitely a huge fan.
Shanghai Nights.
Okay, they made the list. That's interesting. I liked Shanghai Nights. The Protector. Okay, I get that.
Really? That long?
We need you and H. Bart's together, Devin. H. Bart's is a huge Jackie Chan fan.
If Wheels on Meals isn't on this list, that it's a sham of a list.
What movie?
Wheels on Meals.
Wheels on Meals.
Yes.
What is 12? What is 12? Like
The Young Master
is a good movie.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx.
That's great.
Awesome movie and a classic.
Twin
Dragons. I don't think I've seen that one actually.
Never saw that before.
Police Story.
Police Story.
First Strike.
That's a great one. That's a classic too. Mr. Ken and the Lady Rose. Not familiar with that one.
I saw that movie recently. Drunk Masters.
Drunken Master. It's awesome. A phenomenal movie.
Great.
Gorgeous
is a hidden gem. I love that movie, and he has a great fight scene with like this really small dude. Drunken Master 2, also good.
Look at Chang. Look at
I really hope Jackie Chan is in Shang-Chi too. That was, that would be an awesome.
Police Story 2. All of those Police Story movies are classics too. Who Am I is probably my favorite. That rooftop scene right there was the best Jackie Chan fight scene I've seen in a long time. That movie is awesome.
It was very dangerous. Like,
it was, yeah.
It was, yeah. Because he do a lot of practical shit.
Yeah, he slid down the skyscraper.
Oh, this is
Wheels on Meals. That's where he's
Wheels on Meals, number 2. Okay, awesome. Yes, and that dude is also the guy I think in Gorgeous.
Oh,
he's
okay.
number 1. Drunken Master 2.
Awesome.
I hope we get Rush Hour 4, man. We need to see that movie, man.
One day, I hope. One day.
Did you ever watch that movie with Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, I never heard of that. What was it?
Oh, I wish I could remember the name. I watched it. I can't remember where I even watched it. I think it was a Chinese produced film, but it was like him and Arnold Schwarzenegger were like adversaries, and they had
locked up, right?
Yeah, they had a fight scene. It was a fight scene between old ass Jackie Chan and old ass Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let me see if I could get the name of that movie.
Yeah, Jackie Chan doing most of his stunts, like always,
which is insane.
He still got it.
He's called Iron Man.
Superhero bits. Why are people saying Chris Hemsworth? Is he just trying to negotiate his contract, or what is this about?
He's trying to.
It's just a bunch of headlines. The real story here, real quick. Can we scroll down just a little bit further? The real story in all of this is that the great artist Tim Sale sadly passed away at the age of 66. A phenomenal phenomenal illustrator artist who drew The Long Halloween, Dark Victory, some of the most iconic Batman, Superman comics, Superman for All Seasons. He drew Spider-Man Blue. I mean, some of the greatest artwork the medium of comics has ever seen, some of the best comics ever drawn. It's sad that such a great talent like that has passed away, sadly. Gone too early, too. It was 66. It's too young to go, man.
Yeah.
2.4 million. I might have that, my boy.
Sam Jackson updates on Secret Invasion of the Marvels. Doctor Strange 2 passes a big box office milestone.
Yeah, it hit 400 million worldwide domestic. So, and it's at 950, I believe now. So
where's the
it's
Sam
doing good.
Jackson thing here? Number one video on Prime Video.
That's a damn lie. No.
Morbius. It's
I can believe that. I can believe that.
My wife wanted to rent it. June 23rd.
Bro, just pirate that shit.
Oh man, Kim will do a claim if I play that. Sequel to Captain Marvel as well, the Secret Invasion TV show in the works. I'm not done. My way back to London at some point in August. I've got to do stuff for the Marvels and I got to do stuff for Secret Invasion.
Pretty much what he means. Pretty much what he means that he's got to do reshoots, and that's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
And the bottom of the barrel. I have one article left. I don't even know. I have two, but it's like, it's a video game Readout too, but no one's really going to know about that. Starship Troopers Terran Command review.
Who?
Is this another film? Oh, this is a video game. I don't want to.
Oh, that's a doodle video game. Come on.
I would actually really like a proper Starship Troopers project. That's like that gets back to the old cast. Casper Van
Caden,
Dien.
start dropping leaks, bro. Stop. He's also an Ironheart. Yeah, we know.
Who?
So I think that's where we're going to wrap up today's episode. I appreciate everyone watching.
Who?
For $120, you could watch Terror on the Prairie.
Don't pirate. How about you pirate for free?
I'm not pirating anything. I'm not doing that. I'll wait till I could see it legally.
I'm
somehow.
good. I'm just gonna pirate that shit anyway. So
I just like while at some point during the stream tonight, I watched the trailer with the volume on mute. And I will say that, like, cinematically, like visually, it looks pretty good. Like, it doesn't look like what I would expect, what I would have expected it to. Which, you know, maybe that
on the budget of $3 million.
About me.
Yeah,
but I mean, it looked at least like it was well put together. Maybe the no music thing, maybe that works for some people. I don't know.
You know what happened? Most of the budget went to Gina Carano and the horse.
I don't know. Honestly, most of the budget probably just went to the camera.
Yeah.
It doesn't look terrible. I will say that. Like, it could be terrible, but it doesn't look it outright. So,
RJ, what do you think of the movie, RJ?
Oh, Tiberius is a Daily Wire subscriber. Okay, been good so far. All right,
RJ, what do you think of the movie, RJ?
Which one?
The new Gina movie.
It looks like a direct-to-video Western movie that I could watch on Hulu. I mean, like, there's nothing bad about it. It's just it has an audience. It's probably not something I'm interested in, but I'm sure it'll appeal to people who are interested in that kind of stuff. So,
would you review it for a press copy?
Sure.
You're lying,
sure.
Right?
No, if I got a press copy, I'd watch it.
Okay.
I would give it a fair chance. I don't think I would like it, but I'd give it a fair chance.
Do you like Westerns? Are you a Western fan?
Yeah, I like Westerns. I mean, I love stuff like Tombstone, 310 to Yuma, True Grit, Bone Tomahawk. You know, there's a lot of great Westerns out there. Great modern Westerns, too. I mean, I'm down for... I like the Western genre, personally, so...
Well, no, I mean, I think you could say that you might think RJ's being biased, but I I mean, it looks good to me, but it's not a stretch to say it looks direct to video. It's not a stretch. I think it's a little bit above average cinematography just from the trailer to say direct to video, but I don't think it's in another league though. You know, I'm thinking about it.
Movie. It looks like a movie where if you didn't know it was attached to Daily Wire, you probably would have just said, "Oh, that looks like a pretty interesting Western."
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, you could watch it probably on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Take us out, Eddie. No, I'm just kidding.
Also, give me Wally West in the Flash movie. There you go.
Oh, not the Flash movie again. That honestly depresses me. It's like, what the
Done.
heck?
There you go. Eddie, end the fucking show.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you for watching Movie Madness Entertainment. I'm
Have a
taking
great
over.
weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Anonymous.